Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you, Trish. I appreciate that. And everybody with the YMCA of Greater Louisville and Safe Place Services for hosting us today here at the Matt Kubanzik Youth Development Center. This is an exciting time for the community when we kick off Give a Day every year, and you can see how we continue to grow, and it just really warms my heart to see all these good things. So Trish spoke about this place as a wonderful place of hope and refuge that serves hundreds of teenagers and young adults every year, helping them find a path off the streets and into a stable, productive future. And I can't think of a greater place to launch our 6th annual Give a Day Week of Service. 6 years ago, we started a conversation about compassion in our city. I'd just been elected mayor and decided to focus on compassion as one of our city's core values. We wanted then to celebrate and cultivate compassion in our city, and the people of Louisville responded in a huge way. And they have demonstrated again and again, including this young lady right here, that this is a compassionate city, a welcoming city, and a city where people believe in the value of doing what our great native son, Muhammad Ali, called the work of the heart. Give a Day started in 2011 as a one-day call to serve others, just 30 days after I took office, and several hundred people turned out. We made it a week of service the next year, and it's been growing and growing ever since. Last year, we totaled over 175,000 volunteers and acts of compassion in just 1 week. And if you look around this room right now, I think it's a good bet we're going to break a new world record this year as well. The tables around the room here are filled with examples of Give a Day projects, just one of the many that are going to be out there, just several of the many. There are people here from the Presbyterian and Southern Baptist seminaries who are bringing hundreds of volunteers in our neighborhoods that week, and I think I saw some of y'all back here. Let's give a little whoop-de-whoop here. If you look at our low-key, great professionals from Louisville Metro Police Department and Louisville Fire and dozens of other city agencies are bringing their own projects again as well. So thank you guys for the great work during this week and every day. There's Bob Callender. Is Bob here today? Bob has got a wonderful project, the Pedal Power Project, which gets refurbished bikes to Kentucky Refugee Ministry clients who need them, which can be a life-changing gift for somebody in our community. And then outside in the parking lot is the Salvation Army's canteen, a physical reminder of the work that they do every day to help people in crisis across our community. And so this is all part of the reason why compassion is part of our city's global brand, why we've been named the International Model City for Compassion 5 years in a row, which is pretty incredible. And it's also why now more than 40 cities around the world are using Louisville as their compassion benchmark for trying to figure out how to actualize this value of compassion in their city. And while we've been cultivating compassion, we've also been growing our economy, proving that these two achievements are utterly compatible for the city. We've had great growth in our city in the last 6 years. We've added over 60,000 new jobs and 3,000 new businesses, over $9 billion of capital investment going on in the community right now. You can feel the growth and the momentum in Louisville right now. And I mention that because compassion is good for business. Case in point, when I asked the CEO of ComputerShare what made them choose Louisville over another city, they started with about, I think, 30 cities or so. They boiled it down to 2. We beat one of our rivals. And I said, why did you choose Louisville? And he looked at me very thoughtfully and said something that I was really happy about. He said, I loved your city's focus on compassion. So compassion is good for business. ComputerShare now is investing $32 million in our city. They have about 450 employees right now, and they expected to grow to over 1,000. And after jumping into Give a Day for the first time last week, because this is a very compassionate, civic-minded company, they're back with even more projects this year. So Danette Rhodes and Deb Hacka from ComputerShare are with us here today. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys are doing. Great job. Compassion is good for business. And businesses are a big driver of success for Give a Day. And I see several representatives of local businesses here with us today. UPS continues to step up in a big way. They're helping us with the big project that Gray Henry and her team are doing to get some clothing over to some folks that are part of the refugee crisis in Syria and Greece. GE, again, Ford, K&I Lumber, so many here in the communities, big and small. So if you're here today representing a business that's contributing to Give a Day, please raise your hand if you would, so we can appreciate you guys. I want to say thank you to Marianne Butler as well. We're in her district, so Councilwoman, thank you for hosting us here today. We appreciate you very much. I think everybody knows we define compassion here in Louisville as respect for each and every one of our citizens so that their human potential flourishes. This year's list of Give a Day projects does just that. In fact, we're seeing some folks getting started early this year. They're not going to be just relegated to this week. And so again, I want to thank Gray Henry for the work she and others are doing with the Center for Interfaith Relations, along with Supplies Overseas and UPS, and shameless promotion going on here on the front row, with a project now underway to collect clothes, shoes, and more to address the massive refugee crisis in Greece. So they have a table in the back there if you want to get more information along with that. I see over there as well one of our country's greatest compassion champions, Dr. Mohammed Babar. Thank you, Dr. Babar, for all the things that you do for our community. We're also a great global city, so this project is an example of us reaching out and sharing this responsibility of compassion with the world. Now, as I mentioned, at Metro Government, we're organizing Give a Day projects of our own, including another round of building our blocks on April 14th, and then alley and neighborhood cleanup and community picnic in California and Parkland the next day. We'll be in Smoketown, Shelby Park, and Shawnee on April 22nd. So part of the reason why we're doing this big, massive community cleanup is because I hear from people all the time saying, Mayor, I'm tired of hearing about the crime in our city. What can I do to help? These new efforts to clean up and build pride in some of the highest crime neighborhoods represent one way where you can come out and say, I don't know what to do, but I know a clean neighborhood is a safe neighborhood. So please join us on these efforts for Give a Day. I want to thank Gina and our Brightside team for their help with those efforts and their year-round work to clean and beautify our neighborhoods. So let's hear it for our Brightside team. Where's Gina O'Brien? There she is over there. Okay. Because Brightside's one of the big contributors to the Give a Day success. They'll have in the neighborhood of 12 to 15,000 volunteers. Our biggest you'll be hearing about shortly is JCPS, but there's a couple groups that come out with huge amounts of volunteers. And we have to make sure Give a Day works. This has turned out to be a huge undertaking in terms of matching volunteers with projects. So we have no greater or more important partner in that than Metro United Way. They've been cultivating compassion in our city for 100 years. This is the 100-year anniversary for Metro United Way in the city of Louisville this year, which is an incredible milestone. Incredible. So Metro United Way serves as the central coordination point between volunteers and the thousands of volunteer opportunities during Give a Day week. So here to explain a little bit more about that is the fabulous new Chief Executive Officer of Metro United Way. Please welcome Teresa Reno Weber.
Thank you so much, Mayor, and good morning, everyone. I am so thrilled to be here this morning with you, and I just have to take a moment to give a shout out to this Girl Scout here, because I was a former Girl Scout Gold Award winner, and I am currently a troop leader, and I just have to say that Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, all of those organizations start really early at teaching young kids the power of service and what it means to give back to others, and so thank you for being here and for being a Girl Scout. Now, on behalf of Metro United Way and our whole team, and I have many of them here wearing beautiful white Live United shirts, I have to say that we are so excited and honored to be a part of this powerful community partnership with the city and all of the organizations and individuals that are here in this room today, and those who are not, who have made the Mayor's Give a Day Week of Service such a success over the last 5 years, and will, again this year, as the mayor said, break that record of acts of compassion so that we continue to be a model internationally for other cities around the world of what it means to really be compassionate in a community, and to show that that does go hand in hand with also focusing on jobs and education and health and everything else. It's critical to the network of what it means to be a strong community. And so we're just thrilled to be a part of that partnership. So as Metro United Way turns 100, as the mayor said, we are so proud to continue to be a catalyst for community change. And we lead the Give a Day Volunteer Connections portal for this effort. And in that, we are uniting thousands of folks across this community with hundreds of nonprofit organizations that need your support. Whether it be your passion, your expertise, your resources, they need you to help make sure that we are connecting with all of the people in our community to make sure that they are living their fullest life. That's why United Way will continue to fight for the education, the financial stability, the health of every person within our community, because we know that those are the building blocks that truly make for a successful life and help every single person unlock the full intrinsic potential of who they are as a person. And that starts with everyone as young as these girls and boys who work and walk alongside their parents in the community to try to either clean it up, as the mayor said, with building our blocks, or to do a volunteer project to build a bed, or refurbish a bike, or whatever the service project is. They are out there, and we have something for every person at every age group from 1 to 100. And so if you are not currently in this network, please go online, go to mygiveaday.com, look for a volunteer project. We can search based on your need and your interest, whether you want to do it as an individual or you want to do it as a group, but we've got something for everyone. And it really will take everyone to make the community be what we want it to be for today and for the next 100 years. Because as cheesy as it sounds, we know that when you work and live united, great things happen. And so we want to make sure that everyone is living united. And we are here to help make that happen, and we're just so proud to be a part of it. So thank you for being here today, and thank you for what you will continue to do to make our city a great city.
Thanks, Teresa. Now, another effort that has grown organically out of Give a Day is We Day. This has been beautiful to see We Day as part of the Give a Day week. It's a celebration for our young people in grades 3 to 12 who've committed themselves to community service throughout the year. And it includes an afternoon compassion walk on April the 18th, and everybody in the city is invited to walk with our kids of We Day in this compassion walk. Wendy Sergio over here is kind of the founder of We Day, and you can see her and the We Day kids for more information about this fantastic walk. Wendy, thank you so much for bringing all this together for this fabulous day of celebration with We Day and the entire team here. Good job, good job. Now, Teresa talked about making sure our kids know all about the values of compassion and service. We could not get greater support from our partners at Jefferson County Public Schools and our Catholic school system as well. As Give a Day started, they were saying, how can we get our kids involved so they understand what service learning is all about? And boy, have they responded in a big way. So let's hear more about that from our school leaders. First, Dr. John Marshall, representing JCPS. John, come on up here. Please welcome John Marshall.
Hello, I am here on behalf of Dr. Harkins. Unfortunately, she could not make it. Jefferson County Public Schools is once again thrilled to partner with Mayor Fischer on the annual Give a Day. I want to definitely give a shout out to Ben Langley and his crew. I don't know where. It is an amazing group of workers that do an amazing stuff for the community, and they are very serious about giving back. We are proud of what our students and staff were able to accomplish and the difference we made in our community. it was a perfect way for us to give back to Louisville. I'm going to give you a list of things that was going on in JCPS that are specifically connected to the Give-A-Day. Ballard High School raised more than $50,000 for pediatric oncology research. Eventually, we're going to call someone up here, and they're going to speak more about that activity. Our students at Audubon Traditional did a donation drive for children at the Home of the Innocents. Students at Bates Elementary collected neckties for middle school students for their uniforms and for graduation and promotion events. Minor Daniel students participated in the community cleanup. Foster Traditional Elementary students planted a community vegetable garden. Louisville Male High School students volunteered at baseball camps for the youth. And don't forget our administrators and staff who built beds and will build beds soon for our homeless students. This is AmeriCorps Week across the country, and I'd like to say a special thanks again to our Reach Corps because they are amazing and they are nonstop. One of the things you heard the mayor talk about is our Give-A-Day is kind of went past the week. You remember we now look forward to this JCPS program called Take What You Can Tote, where we are in our clothing assistance closet and we're handing out clothes for anyone that can come. You can fill up 10 bags full of clothes, and if you can carry it out, you can have it. And that we ask no questions, and that's a lot in part to Ben Langley and his work. As a JCPS cabinet member, I'm proud of our students every day. I am proud of what they have accomplished in the classroom, and I'm proud of how they represent our school system and the community. So on behalf of 1,600 students at 150 schools, thank you, Mayor Fischer, for allowing us to be a part of this. Before I close, I would like to call up Carmen Valenzuela from Ballard. She is going to talk about the Dance Maroon, and you all are going to really enjoy this. Thank you.
All right. Great, Carmen.
Okay, gotta move that down a little bit, sorry. Okay, good afternoon almost, everyone. I'm Carmen Valenzuela, a junior at Ballard High School and chair of Dance Maroon. Now, for those of you that don't know, Dance Maroon is an organization at Ballard that helps to raise money towards pediatric cancer efforts. We hold events throughout the year, including a dodgeball tournament and a kickball tournament that allows students to take part in something fun and beneficial towards the cause, towards fighting pediatric cancer. At the end of the year, we hold a 6-hour dance marathon, not sitting for its entirety, to stand and dance all night for those who can't. Students of all ages and groups come together at these events, having fun, but also knowing that what they are doing goes to help something greater than themselves. Pediatric cancer is something we all are strongly aware of, and something everyone can fight against. Students need that. Students need a reason to immerse themselves into the school community, to help others, and to give back to the society that has raised us. Dance Maroon does just that. Students engross themselves into our events, raising money, participating year after year, demonstrating the importance organizations such as Dance Maroon hold in the lives of students. They are working towards something bigger than themselves, something amazing, in our case, raising money to ultimately one day cure pediatric cancer. Participating in community events is of the utmost importance. Students need to give back to the community that has provided so much for us, and we as students owe that. We owe our respect and our hard work to demonstrate our gratefulness. It doesn't take much, and it isn't hard. In our case, just coming to a dance marathon. It's simple and achievable, and all of us can do it. Having the school district and school itself backing us up in our efforts is also extremely crucial. Students need that support and need even more of a reason to continue doing what they know is right. Having JCPS and our own school to do so is amazing. It encourages students to keep going, to keep fighting, in our case, fighting until one day we find a cure. Without the support and participation of our teachers and leaders, we would find ourselves submerged with difficulty, but having that extra encouragement is immensely beneficial and appreciated, allowing us to keep going, to keep working hard, to keep moving onwards in our efforts to one day find a cure for pediatric cancer. Thank you for your time.
All right, Carmen Valenzuela, $50,000 last year, amazing. All right, everybody get their dance shoes on and get out there and raise some more money this year. I mentioned also the Archdiocese of Louisville is a fantastic partner with Give-A-Day, and Dr. Mary Beth Bowling, the Assistant Superintendent of Schools, is here with us today to share their plans. Mary Beth.
Well, the Archdiocese of Louisville's commitment to Mayor's Give-A-Day initiative is a natural extension of our Catholic school curriculum, service learning and teaching our students about stewardship and being good stewards in our community. And our participation in this week allows our students to firmly establish their commitment to the community, the Louisville community, and also perform acts of service that connect them outside of those classroom walls, and that's so very important. And as Teresa said, it starts with the youngest, and so we have a very active step-by-step stewardship program that starts with our kindergartners and connecting them with community members here in the Louisville area. We've got lots of things going on in our 40 elementary schools and our 9 high schools, but I have 2 representatives that are going to tell you real quickly about something that they're doing at their school site. I have Wyatt from Trinity High School, and I have Noah that will represent Holy Trinity Elementary School, and they have just a few words to say. Noah?
At Holy Trinity Parish School in St. Matthews, Kentucky, our students participate in ongoing service mission projects throughout the school year. With this, we will also be completing a variety of different projects during Mayor Fischer's Give-A-Day week in April. Our pre-K through 4th grade classrooms will host various drives to serve the needs of others in our community. Our 5th graders perform music for and play games with residents at the Masonic Home. Our 6th graders collect donations to serve the needs of refugees in our community. Our 7th graders serve meals at a Kids Cafe location, and our 8th graders invite Harbor House members into our school to participate in lunch and games. Our student council members, along with faculty and staff, will also partner with local outreach organizations to complete various service projects, as well as participate in Kentucky's annual We Day events and walk. We are excited to participate in the Mayor's Service Week once again this year.
At Trinity High School as well, we are a school that is dedicated to service. Our motto is forging character through faith, and a great way to forge character is giving back to the community through our service. We have several things that run throughout the year, but most specifically for the Mayor's Give-A-Day week, we are doing personal care kits, collecting shampoo, soaps, toothpaste, and other personal hygiene items for those that need it most. We are also going and cleaning up the Potter's Field, where we participate throughout the year with the St. Joseph of Arimathea Society, providing burial services to those that do not have them. Along with that, every student does service, and throughout the year, whether it be through Eagle service projects by individual students or through house-based service projects that each house does, we commit to service throughout the year, and we'll continue to go back to the We Day service this year. We participated in the We Day Walk of Compassion last year, and we'll do this once again this year, and look forward to, in years going onwards, continuing our great dedication to service.
Okay, thank you to all of our students as leaders. We appreciate that very much. Now, think about how we can scale the effort. So our Metro Council leaders are a big part of this as well, so that they all have activities going on in each and every one of their Metro Council districts. So appropriately, we're here in Councilwoman Marianne Butler's district, as I mentioned before, and she's going to share a few thoughts with us about Give-A-Day. Marianne.
Thank you, and on behalf of my colleagues at the Metro Council, we really appreciate everyone coming out in the community and help Disneyland Metro Louisville, because that helps with safe communities and helps attract businesses, and it's really good. But as everyone has said, it starts at home, so if you can't get out and join a big thing, do something in your neighborhood. When you walk your neighborhood in the evenings, take a bag with you and pick up litter. You'd be amazed at the difference that can make. I've got several neighborhood groups now that will do that when they do walking meetings, and it does make a huge difference. So call your council people or help them organize something in your area and get involved, and we really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Marianne. Okay, so wrapping this up, we want to kind of bring all this home. You hear these big numbers, 175,000. What's it really mean to people on the individual level? And one Give-A-Day project where we've seen that happen is the JCPS AmeriCorps Build-A-Bed project that we've talked about here with Ben and his team, where teams of people work together to literally build a bed for a child who does not have one. And in its first years, this was a one-day project, But this year there's been such interest that it's spreading beyond Give-A-Day. So I'd like to give another big shout out to Ben Langley and his team for really scaling and growing this program. Ben's always the first to say it's about his team. Good job, Ben. And the team. Ben never takes credit for anything he does, but we appreciate you as our leader, okay? So to tell us what that project can really mean for a family, we're going to hear from Giovanni Trotter Rudolph. Last year, she and her kids received 2 beds assembled and donated during the Give-A-Day week, and has been a great model and participant here with us during Give-A-Day. So Giovanni, please share your message.
Good afternoon. Well, the Build-A-Bed program, as far as me and my children, their grades have improved. They really are like focused now with homework and after-school activities, and it was really and honestly, truly a blessing to me and my children. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rudolph. We appreciate that. Everybody, pay attention to the particular details of each project. The enthusiasm for Give-A-Day has just grown. It started as a day, then we called it a week, and then we kind of stretched it to 8 days, calling that a week. But then some of the events now are already starting. We talked about the Build-A-Block alley cleanup event, but also the clothing drive for the Greece Syria event is starting, is it today? Today, for 2 weeks. So each of them are a little bit different. There should be no timeline on compassion and giving. Actually, it happens all year round. So please check out each one of the specific events. So for all these details, please don't forget the website to go to. It's mygiveaday.com. And there you can sign up, you can record your volunteer hours, and find out about all the opportunities that are available to celebrate compassion here during Give-A-Day week in the great city of Louisville. So thanks everybody so much for coming out. Thanks everybody for participating once again. Great job.
This has been a Metro TV production, a public service of Louisville Metro government.